For TradeInsight.com, I'm Adrian Manns, and let's review those trades from the Friday first hour trading pit. First off, in the fastball XRV setups, AXGN, this one triggered late in the day. I was here anyways because we had FireEye, which was open all day long, and you had to sit on it until the closing bell. AXGN, though, this one triggered right around 1400, and we saw the price move up through 41.76 and got up to the $42.56 profit target, with the spread on the entry about 68 cents per share on AXGN. Next on the list was Cardinal Healthcare Incorporated, ticker symbol CAH. This one never triggered the 50.80 entry, traded right up to that level that we had the stop at, right around $52.77, and then just hovered around the pivot line. So no trade on CAH for the session. FireEye Incorporated, ticker symbol FEYE. This triggered me in at $16.70 in the first 30 seconds or so of the trading day, and then promptly started moving in the other direction, never came back down and headed in any kind of profitable territory, and also never hit the stop at $17.38. I wound up closing this one out at $17.15, about 3 minutes before the closing bell. So FEYE wound up being about a 45-cent drawdown on the session. Grupo Financiero Galicia, GGAL. This one triggered late in the session as well, down through the $52.32 entry price. Wound up taking me out right at the closing bell at break even. 53.51 was the stop I was using based on the earlier session trading. And so this one was just a goose egg on the session. Next up, Liberty Media, ticker symbol FWONK. This triggered us in the first 5 minutes of trading, got us in that 31.74 entry. I was looking for any reason I could find to move the stop up, which was originally down around $30.95. And once we started making this move up into the range, I definitely started ratcheting up and seeing if I couldn't tighten up the parameters on this one a little bit. Didn't wind up mattering. We got up to 32.28, and it made a very fast move. So if you remember this morning in the room, you know, this is that situation where right away I'm saying, okay, we're going to give this a little bit of room to breathe. It hit that initial target. It backed off a little bit. Once this next bar formed and we started moving through, you'll recall I placed the trailing stop just down underneath the tail of that bar, so about $32.11. And then we established a new target at $33.01 based on the move up through here, with our stop held at $32.11. And, lo and behold, we wound up with a move up to $33.01. It took us out right at that pivot line for about $1.20 per share on the trade. And then back earlier in the morning, once again, 6107 triggered us into Michael Kors Holdings, ticker symbol KORS. That 6107 price really never saw much of a move for a profit, and it got up into a trading range. And you'll recall that Julie and I lowered the stop from 6180, which was the original stop level. Once we had this range in place here, your gut is going to tell you to put the stop right here, but that makes for a better target than a stop, right? You think it's going to hit it and bounce. So what you want to do is go to a little bit of a higher level, which is exactly what we did. And actually, I just drew that line at 61.62. I actually got stopped out of that one at 61.67. So the good news was I got a great fill on the way in. I got a price improvement and I actually got my 61.07 number right on the money. The bad news is, as frequently happens, the reason I got the price improvement was it wasn't going anywhere, and it turned around and stopped me out for a 60-cent loss. All in all, flatter than we normally see for the fastball XRVs. We did wind up with a 75-cent per share profit after everything was said and done. That, of course, required you to sit here all day, which is not exactly what any of us want to do on a Friday. I wound up missing out on Connor's activities at school, and I would have much rather gone and seen his science experiment than babysitting some trades going into the closing bell. But sometimes that's how it goes. Now, in terms of the Baltimore chops this morning, we had FLR, which was a beauty. This one came down, traded in for 3 bars. We had an entry at $47.34. Rick and I established a target in the room that was probably just a little bit too much. 48.63 was what we were looking for. Stock only ever made it up to about $48.31. We should have taken it. That was about $1 per share. It came back down off that number pretty quickly, though. Very, very hard to make that decision on the spot right there. And then by the time that we pulled the trigger on it, we wound up with an exit that netted us just about nothing after commissions. So that's just the way it goes. Sometimes you're not going to win them all, right? We did, however, see a nice trade in TDC. Rick did a beautiful job managing this one for everyone. You see that we had one of these 3-bar pull downs, which is terrific. Lower high, lower high, lower high. And then on the violation, a very easy entry. He had a stop down at $37.01. And he had a profit objective right at the opening tick, about 38.01. So not a barn burner or anything. Didn't create a huge profit, about 56 cents per share. Still well worth doing, and hats off to Rick Kipp for spotting this one on the fly and getting us in front of the opportunity. So make sure that if you're coming to the Fastball XRV webinar on Saturday morning, that you send me email questions ahead of time. I've already got a few from some of you, but if anyone else has something that you'd like to cover tomorrow, it'd be great if you send me those now. Otherwise, if you have additional questions, shoot me an email, adrian@TradeInsight.com. I hope you had a great week this week. We had lots and lots of opportunities. I hope you have an even better week on deck coming up here. It's the best trader education anywhere, only from TradeInsight.com.